Hey there, I'm your host, the Bread Pirate, and today I'd like to discuss with you how stables should be improved in the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. As they are, stables are already a great place to do a lot of things. For instance, they're a place where you can rent a bed, interact with traveling merchants, get side quests, and even pet dogs. Wait a minute. Never mind, that was a typo. That was supposed to say register horses. Register horses, because stables are a place where you can register horses, not a place where you could pet dogs. Sorry about that. Regardless, I believe stables are a great part of the game, and what's more, I believe we can make them even better. Remember, I respond to every single comment. So, without further ado, let's begin. The first issue is one which I know a lot of people want fixed: registering non-horses. Essentially, if we can ride it in-game, we should be able to register it. This includes bears, undead horses, deer, alien-looking horse thingies, but not necessarily Lionels. Those don't count. As a trade-off for this, since these are admittedly weird things to register at a stable, it would make sense that the stable owners would charge you more for registration and the cost of the custom saddle. I don't imagine this would be too hard for Nintendo to implement into the sequel, so hopefully we get to see it. What I love about stables is how they make the world feel livelier. They're mini towns, each with their own culture and interesting characters. What I don't like about stables, though, is that they're all the same. Structurally, that is. Did it occur to anyone else that every single stable is identical? Nintendo literally copied and pasted the exact same asset all over Hyrule 15 times. Granted, Breath of the Wild is a freaking huge world that took 4+ years to develop, but this just feels lazy. Exploration is best destroyed by repetition. In other words, by making all the stables the same, it cheapens the fun of discovering them. Furthermore, this design is not suited for all the places you find stables at. Look at this one. It was built right next to a desert, but somehow they managed to get enough wood to build the stable. This one's built in a snow biome, and it's freezing outside, but they aren't closing the doors? That's just weird. And this one is built next to a literal volcano. Why is this made of wood? That's super flammable. I would have been fine with this design for stables if it had only been used in the grasslands and forests of Hyrule, but the fact that it is the only design, that makes no sense. The way I would fix this in the sequel is by making themed stables. For instance, in the desert biome, the stable should be designed to resemble a Gerudo hut, and in a mountainous region, it should be built into the side of a cliff, so it looks like a repurposed mine shaft. On top of that, how come stables never have houses next to them? Am I to believe that people are just living in these stables? Shouldn't they be starting permanent settlements nearby? Hyrule in Breath of the Wild was littered with the charred ruins of old houses. A lot of these ruins only consisted of 2 or 3 houses, so why not have current-day settlements which are scattered about in the same way? One of the buildings could be your local general store, and the other could be your inn, and down the road would be your stable. It would make the experience of finding stables more exciting by mixing things up, and it would help make stables feel like a natural part of Hyrule. By the way, might have forgotten to mention this earlier, the idea for this video came from Spirit, a user from the Zelda Dungeon forums. I love the post they made about this topic, so why don't we read that for a moment? What caught me off guard with the stables is how many basic features they were missing. I can't rename my horse, can't release a horse to free up space for another one, can't edit the order. That stuff should be standard. I'd also like to see a little bio of when and where I caught my horse. Amen to that. Stables, good, but not perfect. And I'm sure that you guys in the comment section also have a ton of ideas on how they should be improved for the sequel. Until I see you next time, have fun storming the castle.